Staffers at the Justice Department and the FBI are now going over that draft report. It is expected to deal with James Comey's controversial decisions on the Clinton emails in the run-up to the election. Chief Intelligence Correspondent Catherine Herridge is following all of this for us this morning. Catherine, good morning to you. What is the latest on this?
Well, thank you, Sandra, and good morning. The Inspector General's report was widely expected in January, but sources familiar with the investigation tell Fox News that it was extended as new witnesses came forward and new leads were pursued. The investigation, which began with bipartisan support in January 2017, took on allegations that the FBI and Justice Department deviated from standard practice and the law in the Clinton email investigation. This came to include senior FBI executive leadership, since more than a half dozen senior bureau officials have retired, resigned, been reassigned, demoted, or fired. The investigation also looked at the Justice Department and specifically the Attorney General Loretta Lynch, who refused to answer Fox's questions recently when she was on Capitol Hill after former FBI Director James Comey testified that her meeting with Bill Clinton in the summer of 2016, and that was just before Hillary Clinton's FBI interview, was a game changer. What we understand at this time is that officials are looking at the draft. They're making issues with the classified information, what will be released to the public. And there's sort of a step in this process where the individuals who were interviewed and who are the subject of the investigation get a chance to respond. If you remember with the FBI Deputy Director Andrew McCabe, when he was terminated, in the footnotes of that document was his response to the allegations. He said in that particular instance, he felt that Director Comey was not necessarily forthcoming because he believed Director Comey was also the subject of a leak investigation.
Well, so this would be very interesting, Catherine. What are we learning from the transcripts from yesterday? The Trump Tower meeting, June of 2016, Senate committee released that yesterday.
Right. Well, the latest information we have is really a reaction from the Republican chairman of the Senate Judiciary Committee, Chuck Grassley, and he took to the Senate floor late yesterday, and he pushed back against critics who said the documents released did not have the backing of Democrats.
Now, as to the Trump Tower meeting, Congress has learned as much as we are likely to learn unless some new information comes to light. And that may happen. We have to be ready for it if it does. Other committees, the press and the special counsel, are all over this as well.
One of the things we learned from the transcripts about the June 2016 Trump Tower meeting is that Donald Trump Jr. testified to the Senate Judiciary Committee in a closed session that he did keep his dad in the dark about the meeting when the Russians claimed to have potentially negative information on then-opponent Hillary Clinton. Congressional investigators also asked about a number of issues, including questions for this man, Rob Goldstone. He said in his testimony that the meeting almost didn't happen because he said it was really kind of a confusing, chaotic situation with the Russians. And he said, you know, I am a music publicist. I'm really not someone who knows a lot about politics, Bill.
Well, Catherine, thank you. More to
You're
come
welcome.
when that draft report goes public. Thank you, Catherine.